Welcome to Little Lighthouse. We are a nonprofit, tuition-free Christian developmental center serving children with special needs from birth to 6 years old. Our mission is to glorify God by improving the quality of life for children with special needs, their families, and their communities. The Little Lighthouse was founded in 1972 by two mothers of children with visual impairments, Marsha Mitchell and Cheryl Poole. At the time, there were no services in Tulsa for children under the age of 6 with special needs, and the doctors told these mothers that if they wanted a place to provide services for their children, then they'd have to build it themselves. And that's exactly what they did. The first class had 5 children with 1 teacher and 5 volunteers, and within months, they had expanded to serving children with a wide range of needs. We are a faith-based ministry funded primarily through grants and donations. We rely on God to provide for all of our needs, and He has done that through the generous support of our community for 50 years. We only receive private funding and do not receive funding from the government or United Way. We are a debt-free facility able to provide a Christian education with therapeutic services embedded into the school day. Each child attending our developmental center would cost $38,000 a year, but we offer our services free to our families. The Developmental Center, or DC, is the name of our full-time program. The students are in classes Monday to Thursday, 8:30 a.m. to 1 p.m., receiving Christian education with therapy service embedded into their school day. Our program runs year-round with 4 3-week breaks throughout the year around summer, spring break, and Christmas. 116 students are currently enrolled in our Developmental Center. We have 10 Developmental Center classrooms with an average classroom size of 12 students. 1 or 2 of the students are part of the SKIP program, also known as the Staff Kid Inclusion Program, and serve as peer role models in this unique reverse inclusion program. Each class is led by a special education teacher and 2 associate teachers. We teach from a Bible-based curriculum, which is free on our website. Students are not placed in classrooms by age or diagnosis. Rather, placement is a 116-piece puzzle. The process lasts up to 6 months. We look at areas where the child excels and opportunities for growth and pair them with a teaching team and a classroom focusing on the areas of growth the child needs. For example, Yellow class is focused on daily living skills, growing independence, sign language, and emerging literacy skills, while Green class focuses on using positive behavior supports to help teach pre-K academics, and these students are also learning sign language, increasing their independence, and activities of daily living. While we are tuition-free, we request that families provide a $20 classroom supply fee, if possible, to help cover the cost of snacks, crafts, paper towels, and other supplies. We offer a transdisciplinary approach to therapy. Since we don't bill insurance for services, our therapists are free to work with our children simultaneously across disciplines to provide some of the most well-rounded care for our kiddos. We see leaps and bounds of progress with this approach. It is truly one of the ways Little Lighthouse is set apart. We have a full therapy staff of physical therapists, occupational therapists, speech-language pathologists, vision therapists, and assistive technology professionals. We also have a nurse and a health associate on staff. Our transdisciplinary teams work cohesively to problem solve and set goals individualized for each child. Most therapy happens within the context of the classroom. Each therapist is in charge of a weekly 30-minute group. For example, Monday, the whole class may participate in a gross motor activity with their PT, and then on Tuesday, they would do an OT, fine motor group activity, and on Wednesdays, the SLP walked the class through a speech activity, such as exploring different foods. We see so much progress when children can watch their peers engage in the same therapeutic activity. Therapy groups aim to meet the needs of every child. You will see adaptations so that each child can participate in the activity. The therapists have goals in mind that they are targeting through the activities that are also tied into the Bible story the classroom is studying. Sometimes you will see multiple therapists and teachers working together with the child. We are grateful that we are able to do that in our setting, as it is what sets us apart. In the Assistive Technology Room, or AT Room, we adapt various toys so students can utilize them. This includes switch adapting, so students with limited motor control can engage with toys by pressing a switch. We also have our Trexo that is able to take our students through gait training as they learn to walk. The Trexo sends feedback on how much the students are using their own muscles compared to how much the Trexo is working. The sensory room is one of our students' and staff's favorite rooms in the building. Classes come in one at a time, as well as students can come in individually with a teacher for a calm down break if needed. It provides a safe space for students to both play and regulate their sensory system. Our building was designed intentionally with our students in mind. Different colors and texture tiles run alongside our walls at student height so children with visual impairments can use it for wayfinding. The hall is intentionally curved based on research that curved hallways are much more calming than straight corners. This curve also helps with depth perception and acuity compared to a straight hallway. Continuing down the hallway, we also have transdisciplinary or TD rooms. Our therapists can work on skills one-on-one with students in these rooms. While therapy is primarily done within the classroom context, sometimes students receive pull-out therapy when they may need a more quiet environment to focus on the skill they are working on. Since the first day Little Lighthouse opened, we have relied on the help of volunteers. We use them in the classrooms, for events, and for admin work. Without volunteers, Little Lighthouse would not be what it is today. Countless hours have been poured into our students from people who love them. We have volunteers undergo training and then guide them every step of the way. Part of being a Little Lighthouse parent is that we ask you to volunteer 40 hours a year. Classes attend the gym multiple times a week. We have a variety of adapted gross motor toys such as trikes, scooters, swings, and more. The University of Tulsa Engineering Program has partnered with us for years, and they create unique adapted equipment like our honeycomb climber, the rainbow slide, and the rock wall. The National and Global Advancement Department shares our resources, trainings, and curriculum to people worldwide to help shift the paradigm for children with special needs. We want the world to know that these children are made in God's perfect image and deserve the very best. This map shows all the places around the world that Little Lighthouse has touched. Some ways we do this are by hosting international interns, providing trainings, and free online resources. We currently have Little Lighthouse affiliates in Jackson, Mississippi, and Central Kentucky. Our Family Learning Center houses our early intervention program as well as our family programs and the staff kid inclusion program. Our early intervention program is our part-time program created to serve families on our waiting list. In this program, parents accompany their child one day a week for a 2-hour class. Small group classes of 6 students with their caregivers engage in a class led by an early childhood specialist with a therapy consultant to provide coaching, activity ideas, and build a community. Parents and caregivers are able to meet other families whose children may be working on similar goals. This is a newer program that was piloted in the fall of 2018. We currently have 3 early intervention classes, each led by an early childhood specialist with a therapy consultant able to serve up to 126 families this year. We are very passionate about serving our waitlist families in this way. The Family Programs Department is a department at Little Lighthouse created to serve all families, including those enrolled in early intervention, the Developmental Center, or on the waiting list. Family programs include family gatherings that are weekly and monthly meetings designed to support and train caregivers. Topics may include car seat safety, sibling support, and trainings on topics such as play, sensory processing, feeding, positive behavioral supports, and more. We also host a weekly class for caregivers called Prayers and Poses. This is a relaxing, yoga-like stretching class offered to parents with sibling care provided. Thank you for taking this virtual tour with us. We look forward to connecting with you and your family.